It's September 28th, I believe, Sunday. Doing well. A couple of things. I'm trying to figure out how to brew better on the move. I got tea balls. They're huge. I wanted some with plenty of room. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think my brain is like, please, let's get this over with. So I put a little bit over the tablespoon that's allotted. So at the beginning of this journey, we assessed the fact that Dr. Price says to do 2 flat tablespoons for the table, not measuring tablespoons. 2 flat tablespoons for the table is 1 tablespoon, 1 regular tablespoon, a measuring tablespoon. So we learned that at the beginning of this journey. This tea ball is ginormous. I don't know if you can see it against my hand. It's huge. So it'll more than fit it. I wanted to get them big because I'll use these outside of this detox, and I drink a lot of tea. There's a video from like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, maybe just 1 week, time is flying, where I showed like all the kinds of teas that I went into Sprouts and bought. I bought a lot of tea. So I drink tea all the time. So it's not just for this detox, it's just for my life in general. Also, you need these big old ones to brew sorrel, aka hibiscus, especially if you're gonna do a big batch. There's a lady, I used to buy the tea from her. I need to buy some more tea from her. It's just easier when somebody else makes it. But in the event that I want to make it, then I have it. Just another example. So this is my fist clenched. It's huge. It's 3 inches in diameter. So the plan is to put the tea on one side, close it. It has the 2 things I like is normally the smaller tea balls have just this little latch here. You probably can't see the latch that comes out, but this one also has a little tiny clip. You see that right there? And it kind of tightens it even more. So you hear that click and then you put the latch down, or you feel the click, you don't really hear it, but it fits just perfectly over top of it, and then you just close the latch. So I'm excited. The only thing that's not my preferred method is this tea chain is really short. So this will work perfect for like, I borrowed my daughter's Stanley. I have a Stanley, but it's put up in storage. And it's a 40-ounce Stanley, but she has this 30-ounce Stanley, which they lied because it fits, it says 30 ounces on the bottom. Yeah, it says 30 ounces on the bottom. This fits the 34 ounces out of the French press. So this is 34 ounces, maybe 32, but not 30, not just 30 ounces. So, so it fits perfectly inside. Like if you had 2 30-ounce, Stanleys, this would be perfect because it's just gonna sit right on top of the water. There's a second Stanley that I use, which is her 40-ounce Stanley, and I think the water only comes to about yay high. So the hope is to wrap it around the handle and put it in the cup, but I don't think this for the 40-ounce. So if you have 30-ounce Stanleys, you're fine. But if for the 40 ounces, this is gonna be short. So I'm probably just gonna end up putting the whole thing, just drop it in there. I'll probably just drop it in both of them. But so that's the story with these. They're going to be pretty easy to empty out. The other concern for why I got the tea balls is because the tea was going down into the garbage disposal. The tea was going down in the garbage disposal, and some of the ingredients that are in the tea even soaked, I feel like they're still pretty hard on the garbage disposal blades. So this will be easier to dump in the trash, because that's what I was doing. I was just rinsing out the French presses and putting it down the drain and having the garbage disposal chew it up. But I feel like it's too hard on the blades, and that's just my feeling. It's been doing fine, but I feel like some of the ingredients don't soak soft or something, because I hear certain noises and things. It's just concerning. And right now, like, most of the time I make my tea at my daughter's house, so I can't go over their house and tear up stuff. You can't do that. If it's your house, so be it. But at my daughter's house, I can't do that. That's weird. So what I'm gonna do is obviously put the tea in here, dump it in the trash, which you can still dump it out in the trash in the French press, but when I go to rinse it, there's still pieces of the tea inside of the French press, and those usually go down. Like, you're not gonna dump water into the trash, and that's what I'm usually seeing. It go down the drain, and then it goes into the garbage disposal. So to avoid mayhem and or madness, I do want to make note that Dr. Price recommended these in the first place. There is a video online of him explaining like what to do during the detox. I think he recommended a ball. I think he said he doesn't use them, but he recommends them. And so I probably should just do that in the first place, which is fine. Another heads up is I saw tea infusers that are 34 ounces that I saw on Amazon that I might order. Only because I drink a lot of tea. And I have a lot of loose leaf outside of this detox. So the ones I showed you in the video that I got at Sprouts, those are all pre-bagged. But outside of the pre-bagged tea, I have more loose leaf. I have tons of loose leaf. So these are gonna come in handy. And I'll buy as many infusers as I want. It's just my way. Probably shouldn't. Noted. But I'm gonna. So I think those would make this journey a little bit easier too. Just so that when I'm on the go, I can still brew the tea. And I don't have to kind of settle down in one spot. The only other thing is, I checked the information on boiling distilled water. If it doesn't do anything to the water, it would make it better. So there you have it. But yeah, ginormous T-ball. And all I did was I just Googled extra large T-balls, and then on Google, and then I just pushed near me, and it showed me where these were. One store had one T-ball, one big one, and then another kind, which would have fit the amount that I need, but I wanted this kind. I wanted a big old one. I want a big old one. So that same store, I will make no mention, because for whatever reason, it could be in my head, I was super uncomfortable in both stores. Anyways, so one store had one of these and another kind of T-ball. I bought the other T-ball, and was like, oh, whatever. Then I went back to Google and saw that they had a different location, and that location said that they had one in stock. Well, they said that they had a 2.5 and not a 3-inch one, which the 2.5 would have been fine too. So I went to go to the store to find it, and they only had the 3, which is the exact same one they had at the other store. So I have to. These were the T-balls, $5 and some change. So yeah, a piece. So just $10, which is fine. No big deal. The infusers I want, I think they're like $30 a piece. So, probably gonna get those eventually, not right away. Unless I get in a weird mood and do something, who knows. But right now, I'm good to go. I'm gonna put the tea inside the balls, put them in the Stanleys and fill them up with hot water and be on my way. And the bigger Stanley, I do plan to just drop it in there. And the smaller Stanley, I plan to wrap the string around the handle and leave it out. Pull it up through the place where the straw goes. So I'm gonna pull it up through there, wrap it around and put it in there. So I wish I had 2 of this size because that would be perfect, but I do not. I might check with my baby because she might have 2 of this size actually. So, and I don't plan on trying to fish my Stanley out of whatever box is in storage. That sounds painful. I'd rather just buy another Stanley. So I'll just use my daughter's. Let me think. That's it. Oh, yes, what I ate. Yesterday was just chips. I showed you guys the chips. Probably shouldn't have, but resource-wise, that was what was available for my budget, my resource. Keep that in mind. Today is a different day. I went out to, if you're in the city and you live on the west side, like not west, but kind of like almost west. It's west. It's considered west. There's a place called, it's out by, if you're local, then you'll know what I'm talking about. It's out by the old divide that used to be off of Homes. It used to be Sunfresh years ago. It's now called Farm Fresh Market or something like that. Thought it was gonna be super bougie. It was not. Pleasantly surprised. Went in and there was like, I wish I didn't throw it away. There was a container, I don't know how many ounces because I'm greedy. So a container about yay big and yay wide. A substantial amount in my opinion, and I'm greedy, so keep that in mind. And it was watermelon in there. Now, the other places where you can get water, just cut up watermelon that you don't have to cut up yourself, is Sprouts. I've gotten like 3 or 4 spears for like $7. They're rather large for spears, but they're literally like, if you cut a wide, a thing of watermelon this wide, and then cut around the circle and sliced it up in 4, that's basically what it is, just one sliver of a watermelon. So I feel like I got a comparable amount to that for $7 at Sprouts. I think it's where, yeah, it's not Natural Grocery, it's Sprouts. So $7 at Sprouts, $2.99 at this place, Farm Fresh something. It's out by the old divide, where DeVry used to be off of Homes. Also, the same container size filled with pineapple for $3.49. Unheard of. You cannot in any part of the city. I think even at Walmart, it's expensive to get a few chunks of watermelon. So no, it's unheard of. You can't get that much fruit for $2-3. So I gave them, well, $3 for the watermelon and $3.49 for the pineapple. And I went in there looking for cold press. They didn't have cold press. They had kombucha and all the things, but they didn't have cold press juice. I do want to make note that I wasn't in there long because I had a bunch of other errands to run. So the section I went to specifically, because I didn't get to go gallivanting in the store for real, but the section I went to was just the fruit section with the kombucha and the juices and all the things. And they had all this fruit, like all this fresh fruit cut up for under $4, which is unheard of. It just doesn't happen. Not to me, anyway. So So did that. I did melons and pineapples. There's a food combo book that I'm supposed to buy. You're not supposed to eat melons with anything else, but I do what I want to. And I almost decided to get 2 things of watermelon. I'm glad I did not. But yeah, no, it was delicious. So for under $5, nah, 6 some odd, a huge portion of fruit, which I was super happy about. I was over the moon. Excuse me. After that, I ran a few errands, went to visit my mom briefly, did all the things, went after this other mesh strainer that was at the same store on the other side of town, so I did a little bit of driving around. And then I went to Smoothie King and I got I got a cocoa colada bowl. They currently have me in a chokehold, and I just want to make mention, the one on Nolan Road, which I'm across the street from right now, while I record this video, it was perfect. Oh my God. I was just greedy and happy. It was perfect. I subbed the granola for coconut flakes, because vast majority granola is not gluten-free. The base is coconut, and then it's a bunch of fruit on top. I subbed the strawberries, blueberries, pineapples. See, I sub. Oh no, I can't. And then I subbed something, and I put bananas instead. So I subbed the granola for coconut, and I subbed. Well, if you're in the app, you can see. But I left the strawberries and I left the blueberries, and I think there's a third fruit. No, honey. Honey's not vegan. P.S. For those of you who didn't know, I subbed the honey. So I subbed the granola for coconut flakes, and I subbed the honey, and I put bananas. So it's coconut base, a frozen coconut cream base. I'm not sure what's in that. It's supposed to be okay. I didn't research. That's all I gotta say. Do your own research. At this point, I didn't care because I already love them. Oh, holy crap. I know I love them, and I know they're vegan. I don't know about ingredients. I'm keeping out of that for right now. Okay. So it had coconut flakes, coconut base, strawberries, blueberries, banana. I think that's it. Pineapple. So good. It was so good. Oh, I wish they would make like double the size, but not double the price. I don't know what price point that would be at, because the original ones are like $13. Each location varies, so it might be a different price where you are, where you live, and all the things. But here on Nolan, it was $13. With no additions. I just subbed those 2 things out. You can in the app, and it's free. It doesn't add any additional cost. It was perfect. Oh my God, it was so good. Ooh, so good. Oh, good Jesus on high. Anyway, and then I got, because I'm greedy, 2 reasons. And then I went to Panda and I got chow mein, which they're vegan. Chow mein noodles are vegan. I read some article that told me they are vegan. I didn't do any research. I read the article. It was like fast food, how to eat vegan fast food. It was by Veg News, I think. It was published within this week, so please check it out, because it had a bunch of other stuff in there. For instance, the gluten-free noodles at Olive Garden are not vegan. They have egg in them. Just learned that today, or when I read the article. Only because I was ordering it with gluten-free noodles. Sorry about that, guys. So they have eggs in the gluten-free noodles. Don't order those. The other ones are not gluten-free, but they are vegan. The other noodles are. And they had a list of like the noodles at Olive Garden that are vegan. So, but anyway, so in the same article is when I found out that the chow mein noodles are vegan. And then, so the way I ordered it, because the order was wrong, I ordered it with, it was a bowl. So not a huge, not like a 2-quart. I think they have like a thing where you can pick like a bunch of toppings on there. So not a bowl, it was a Panda bowl. What I ordered was half chow mein, half super greens, and then on top more super greens. And what they did was vast majority chow mein and a little bit of super greens, which is not what I ordered. I'm trying to, yeah, nothing's on here. There you go. So you can see what I ordered versus what I got. Actually I ate it, so you won't see what I got, but I'm telling you that it was 3 pieces of broccoli on top, and that's pretty much it. That was the vast majority. So that is not, because it should have been just a little bit of chow mein noodles and then greens and then more greens, and that's not what happened. The reason why I did that is because I have some documentation and stuff I have to get done for a new job that I start next week. And per the email that I received with the instructions, this is going to take approximately 8 hours, give or take. So I knew that I had to be at least close to full in order to not get distracted. because I'm greedy. So, because if the more boring it gets, the worse it is for me. So I was like, I'm not, I can eat a lot of food. I used to be very curvy. So I'm not like over the top full. The bowl from Smoothie King is palm size. It's not big. I wish it was yay big, but it's not. So, and then the bowl from Panda, again, it's not like where you can get 2 sides in a pasta, or not pasta. It's fast food Chinese. So keep that in mind. So it's a bowl. It's not very big at all. And I'm not full. I'm not like stuffed to my gills because I could eat a lot. And by the time I got over here to eat, the fruit that I ate earlier was gone. Everybody knows how quickly watermelon disintegrates in your tummy. So, anywho, that should hold me for tonight. I should be done eating because it's 5. It's 5. I'm greedy, and so I can feel this going awry. We'll see. What I am gonna do is get some of this paperwork done for the new job. Some of it's just online training. They pay you hourly for online training. The new retailer that I'm wanting to go work for has better benefits than the current retailer that I work for. For instance, I believe that they have PTO for part-time workers. It's not a lot, but the current retailer that I've been working for almost 2 years doesn't, if you're part-time, they don't offer any PTO at all, ever. So keep that in mind. But yeah, part-time, they offer PTO. Not very much, but it's something. It's better than nothing. So I thought that was cool. I think that's it. I finished my Parasite Candida. I know the leaves apart and I know the taste apart. Like, you can definitely tell the difference between the two. So I finished my Parasite Candida. I only have tummy detox to go. It's a little after 5:15 in the evening, so I should be done with tummy detox. The goal is to be done by 8 o'clock. We shall see. We shall see. And I don't have anything else to nibble on, and I don't have any snacks, so it should be fine. I should just drink it down. I did have some water earlier too. like a little cup of spring water. It was spring water. I want to say it's about 16 ounces, probably somewhere between 10 and 16, because it was in a 32-ounce cup. It was left over, and about half of it was gone. So a little under half, it was a little over half full, so about 3/4 full. So no more than 20, but I'd say about 16 to 10 ounces of water. I'm not hydrating well, but all that watermelon that I ate earlier should be helpful. And the pineapple, oh, it was so sweet. It was so sweet. I've been having a good day. Other than the panda order, everything else was perfect. I listened to another Parasite Detox. It was just the teachers. So I know that everybody has like a group setting for whoever they buy their herbs from, like everyone does. I opted out of the Bobby Price group detox because I don't know, I just did. But some of the things that I've been noticing, like one thing would be, I did want to make note of that. One thing would be that I noticed that I'm doing little purges, like when I do a yoni cleanse, like when I put my pearls in, except it's coming out a little slower, just a little bit at a time, so not very much. So I did notice that, and the lady who was doing this particular detox class did address that. She's like, that's candida, so it's coming out. Obviously, I'm doing with Dr. Price. There's parasite and candida yeast separate. Tummy detox. So the tummy detox is, don't give me the line, I don't remember. I don't feel like it. They're in the back seat. I don't feel like it. Only because so they come in 14-day increments. So there's 2 in the house at my daughter's house, and then there's 2 in the car. So, because I ordered 28 days. But I don't feel like digging them out the bag. Anyway, so I've been noticing a little purge. And then the protocol, they only have a week protocol, but they recommended that you do like in our vegan world, we call it the Mucoid Plaque cleanse. So they recommend it on a smaller scale because you're already cleaning out substantially. Trust me on that. But once the parasites die, you need to make sure that they get out. So psyllium husk, ACV, apple cider vinegar, ACV, activated charcoal. I think she said water. When I did my mucoid plaque cleanse, I didn't do water because water's nasty. I did a cold pressed apple juice because my psyllium husk was the organic. You have to go to one of my mucoid plaque detox videos. It's in there because I held it up and all the things. So it's one from, I think it's from India, I believe. It's like India, the country. So the psyllium husk is from there. It's organic, and it was apple cinnamon. And I was feeling all matchy. So I put the apple cinnamon, psyllium organic, psyllium husk into the cold pressed apple juice with the activated charcoal and the apple cider vinegar. So everything was apple cider vinegar, apple cinnamon, psyllium husk, blah blah blah, and I'm so glad you guys can't see what goes on in my head sometimes. Apple cider vinegar apple cinnamon, psyllium husk, and apple juice, along with the activated charcoal. Oh, help me, Lord. Anyway, yeah, so it was all matchy. Oh, snap. Okay, we'll have to work on some of the stuff that goes on in my head. I just can't have like random things pop up while I'm talking. It's not okay. Anyway, so yeah, the plan is, we'll see how well the plan goes. Keep that in mind. But the plan is to at least do that twice a week. Only because my brain, we'll see if I can scale it down. So when I was doing my my Mucoid Plaque cleanse, I was doing a 32 ounce, I believe, mason jar. And so my brain is just very regimented and very, we just do the thing, right? Well, it doesn't require that much this time. Number one, I just did a Mucoid Plaque cleanse. And number two, I'm already you take it in conjunction with the teas. Like you take it in conjunction with your parasite cleanse. So you don't need like a lot. You don't need a lot. Like you already pretty much eating pretty well clean, unless you're me and you do it the wrong way. So you don't need a lot. So I'm gonna see if my brain can scale it back just a little bit. I think she said maybe a teaspoon. It's in a Facebook group that I follow. The video is on Vimeo. Is that how you say it? And it's about 1 hour and 20 minutes. Highly recommend. Even if you're not a part of that group, I still recommend it, because I'm not a part of that parasite cleanse. I've already been on my cleanse. Let's see, I thought it started on the 10th. So I've already been in 18 days. I still highly recommend that video. If you have to work out or have a long drive or can do it on a commute, or I don't know what your situation is, but I highly recommend it. It was posted recently. It's the 28th. So it was either posted this morning or day prior. And it says Parasite Cleanse Masterclass or something like that. So I didn't even tell you what page it is. I don't even remember what's the name of the page on Facebook. So I did save it though. I saved it on my Facebook thing, only because I got a notification. So yeah, I only recommend it because, obviously I recommend it because it's good information. But one of the leaders of the group, his name is Luke, and he's a bodybuilder, and he needs a lot of calories per day, like 2,000 to 2,500 calories a day. So he made a comment that I feel is useful, especially if you're a vegan woman and you have a husband, only because they need more calories just in general, even if they're not like bodybuilders, even if they're not like cut up, because I feel like Luke has a lot going on. It sounded like he is pretty lean and cut up, like a lot. A lot of muscles. That's what I call, you guys don't speak Des because y'all don't know me like that. So cut up means 85 pack and guns. So it sounds like he needs a lot of calories, and he still does cleanses and all the things. Like he's pretty well evolved, very, very well evolved. So not super macho vegan. There's a set of vegan bodybuilders, normal, they're not super macho either, but millennials typically aren't. Millennials, some things about millennials are ridiculous, but some things about millennials are so fly. I was like, bro, that is so cool. They just do cool stuff. Like they don't have, some of them don't have any masculinity at all, so keep that in mind. But some of the ones that are macho still aren't toxic. So they've found some kind of balance where they're still macho, but not the toxic kind. It's beautiful. You should watch it and marvel, especially if you're Gen X like me. You're like, what the Hades, do it again. Anyway, so I feel like Luke might be more millennial. He's giving millennial vibes. Only because even in the masterclass, it just shows that he's open to like a lot more things that my generation is not okay with. No. So, oh snap! No. So even they were talking about enemas and colonics. I'm just gonna be blunt. And even I, as a woman who's, I'm pretty chill about most things, and I'm not macho. And I was like, well, let me clarify. I'm okay with enemas and colonics. They were talking about doing it at home on yourself. And I was like, no, that's a hard pass. If I get the funds, I will have it done professionally. But that's not something I would do at home by myself. I'm just not, the way my brain is wired, I just don't want to do it. It doesn't sound, that's not my cup of tea. So a professional needs to do that. So, and I might, I might, but, so that all depends on funds too, like whatever funds comes through, and if I can find one for a decent price, that's still going to be quality, if you will. I don't want to be like going to some weird place in the back of an alley or something. It has to be at like a colonics clinic with professionals and things. So so that might be coming soon. I don't know that I'm advanced enough to do like the recording of going into the clinic, but once they do their business and I'm trying to distract myself, I can see myself filming while I'm trying to distract myself from any discomforts and weird feelings. I can see that happening. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna go on Groupon first and see if there's anything going on there. Usually there is, because I saw something a while ago. I'll go on Groupon and see if there's a trusted clinic that I feel like is gonna be okay. So that's on the horizon. Gonna get more stuff to do, mucoid, only because what I understood and what I think she was trying to explain is that once the parasites die, some of the dead parasites and or their parts will sit in your digestive tract, and so you need something to make sure that gets flushed out. So it's not a real true to life mucoid plaque issue. It's just making sure that, for me, because I've done the cleanse already, and there might be some that was missed on the first one, because I stopped because I ran out of supplies and I didn't want to re-up. So there might be more that I was supposed to get more and make sure everything is out. I did not. So I'm probably gonna do that days off. I can see myself doing it at least on days off, to make sure everything's out. So that's the update. I'm so glad I ran into said class protocol. I think more, I'm gonna call them healers for now. I think more people in the community, in the vegan community, and in the community at large, because there was some of the verbiage from the talk sounded Sabi-esque, if you will. Dr. Sabi. So Sabi-esque, because she mentioned things like alkaline and things of that nature. So so I feel like more of the healers should at least do, if you have a group, then have your group and have that paid. But this was something free outside of that group that they ordered, that they offered free. And so outside of instructions on cleanses and detoxes, I feel like that hour and 20 minutes was just so useful for me. Like, it was so useful for me and so informative. I loved it, so I appreciate that. I appreciated the vast majority. Some of it was fluff, but more of it was just making sure there was understanding, which is perfectly fine, and then other of it was fluff. So I recommend that one. I don't know what group it was on Facebook though. My apologies. If I find it, then I'll find a way to post it on YouTube, because I feel like the information was super useful. For me, it was. So, anyway, that is all. I had a bunch to say today. Some of the videos were super short, but this one was my normal length of running my mouth. So, I'm gonna finish this tummy detox. The goal is 5:30, 8:30. I'll give myself 3 hours. Gonna finish that, get this paperwork done for this job, and go to bed and get ready for tomorrow. Probably finish up the paperwork for the new job tomorrow. And then tomorrow, the plan is, now, I'm not saying I'm gonna execute well, I'm just telling you what the plan is. The plan is that outside of the actual teas, like outside of drinking the teas, my plan is to get green juice, just clean green, not sweet green. So there's a difference, only because, as mentioned prior, so I think what I did today, because I drank some tea, like I let I ate the pineapple first and then the watermelon. The watermelon was sweet, the pineapple was sweet. Thank you, Lord. It was so good. I let that taste, like, I left some time in between when I ate it and when I started drinking tea again. And so that was better. I think what's happening is I'm getting that hard, sharp contrast when I eat something sweet and then immediately drink my tea, which is my normal course of action, because I just want to get it over with. Like, I just want to get the tea drank because it's awful. But today I had just some free time, and it was just nice for me to be able to, like, let that watermelon, that sweet, go away a little bit before I started drinking tea again. So I hit the savory notes just now with the Panda, the junk cooked food. So there's nothing like sweet going on in my mouth, and the savory notes are going away even, because I guess about an hour ago, I don't know. Yeah, an hour on the nose, and it took me about 20-25 minutes to eat, so about a half hour. So some of those savory notes are gone. So if you just absolutely have to drink juice while you're fasting, then just let your taste buds rest in between drinking the tea, because that contrast, that's what makes me want to stop. That contrast is horrific. I was like, oh, Jesus. That contrast is awful. When I was doing, like, I would do watermelon, and then I would immediately drink tea, and I was like, oh my God, take me now. It was awful. I mean, the tea is awful outside itself, and then when you hit the way your taste buds work, well, the way mine work, I don't know about yours, but when you hit all those sweet notes and then you hit it with the bitters right behind it immediately, oh God, I thought I was dying. It's an exaggeration, I swear, but it was awful. I was like, oh no, I can't live this life, not this one in particular. What? No. It was so bad. So keep that in mind. So I was able to let it rest. Like, if your schedule allots and permits that kind of rest in between, like at least half hour maybe before you get back to your tea, just to let your taste buds like do its thing and your palate clears. Just let your your palate clear first, because if not, you are just gonna want to hurl. It's just and now I'm not sensitive like that. I'm not. With Gen X, we just get it done. But if you do it that way, you will suffer. This is gonna hurt a little. Anyway, that is all. I'm acting a fool today. I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask. Thanks. All right. Okay. Let me get back to it. I have so much to do and so little time to do it. But finishing my tea, get this paperwork done, and going to sleep. That's it. That's the hope. I feel a snack in my spirit already, but I'm gonna try to just drink this tea, and if I want something else, the hope is to get some water and sit down somewhere, and not to eat too late. So anyway, that's all. Bye, y'all. Have a good one.